everybody, thanks for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'd like to welcome you. Today what I thought I would share with you is a card that's called monochromatic, and what that actually means is a color on color using the same the same colors. So I thought we would work on some what they might want to call thrifty stamping. So the stamp set that I'm going to use today is called Crafting Forever. And this is going to be a brand new stamp set that's going to be coming out in our new catalog that's released in beginning of June. So it's not yet available, but it will be soon. And it's perfect for anyone that does any type of crafts, whether it be sewing, painting, pencils, drawing, rubber stamping, of course. And it's a great stamp set. And I joined a swap with other demonstrators, so I wanted to make something that was fun and something that would be quick and easy. So I came up with this design. So the stamp set I have here is a clear mount stamp set, which means you need our acrylic blocks to use it. And if you watched my previous video, and I apologize if the sound was off, I realized after I loaded it that there was some crackling and things, and I hope that this one is much clearer. And believe it or not, this is the third time, which they say third time's a charm. Third time I'm doing this. The first time was the volume. The second one was in the middle. My friend called, making arrangements to go out tomorrow night, and now here we are again. So I put my jammies on. I'm nice and cozy here in Northeast PA. It's very chilly, and there's a chill in the house, and I'm not putting the heat on because, again, I am being thrifty. So the base of the card, which I explained in the previous video if you watched it. If you didn't, go ahead back on my YouTube channel and check it out. It's about cutting cardstock and getting 2 cards out of a piece of cardstock and how to do some layering. So it's a real stamping 101 video. So we're using the base of the card is actually crumb cake. And we're doing a hot dog fold on this one and a hot dog cut. We're going to do a little bit of layering with the soft suede, and that's just going to have a little tiny border going around it. Then the ink pad that we're using today is soft suede as well. So let me share with you how to create this fun and easy card. So I'm going to use the scissors, and you want to make sure that when you're using something like an overall design kind of stamping, that you have it going off the paper in all different ways. So there's our scissors, and we had a guest appearance before, and I did on my other videos, which is, and I'm not going to say her name because then she's going to think that I'm calling her Dory. We all know who that is, and she hasn't shown herself for quite some time. But they were both down there whining. They wanted more food, so I gave them a little snack, and I'm sure that's where they're at, filling up their little bellies. So, okay, so we did an overall design, and I had to, where did I put that now? My sponge. I had to, there it is. Oops, sorry. I had to hide my sponge because cats and sponges, I mean, Dory is stealing all my sponges. I'm sure if you're a cat person and you have cats and you have sponges going all over your house, I'm finding them everywhere. So this sponge was actually a big circle, and I cut it into wedges. Again, I'm being thrifty, and I'm just going to, what you may call, zhuzh the edges. Zhuzh is a technical stamping term. No, it's not really. But it's just putting a little bit of color onto the edge. And again, we're just using the same ink pad. Then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to kind of dirty this up a little bit. Now, I love this type of technique. I just think this is so fun to just kind of mess it up. All right. There's my cute little jammies, my little flannels. I can't believe it's May and I'm wearing flannels, but they're nice and cozy, my little sheep. Okay, so I stamped this Crafting Forever Housework Whenever. Like, yes, hello. So we're going to do the same to this. We're just going to go ahead and sponge around the edges. just like that. And then I'm just going to do a little bit in the center too. I don't know, I think this needs a little bit more. Something else you can do if you don't have sponges, oh, she's coming, so FYI. You can take your ink pad and you could go right along the edge like this. And that also, you know, highlights your edges. Here she comes, people. Just remember, I told you. Okay, so let's do a little assembly. Now what I'm going to use to put my card together is a Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. And I love this glue. It has two edges on it. One is if you need to apply a lot of glue, which I have never really used that edge. I tend more to use the fine tip. And I like this glue because it's liquid. And it's also great for new people as well as experienced people because you can move it around. Some of our other tape runners that we have, once you put them down, they're stuck. So that's why I like to use this. Okay, so we have that. Now what I'm going to do with this is I want to raise this up a little bit. And I'm using these little skeleton pieces. And you could see I did the back. That was from the previous one that the video didn't work out. So I'm using all of the pieces from these Stampin' Dimensionals because, again, we're being thrifty. We're trying to save ourselves some money, and we're trying to get the most out of everything that we own. And they work just as well as the little octagon pieces in there. All right, and no one will see that, so no one will know that we used the ones left over. All right, so we're going to adhere that right like that. Okay, so now we're going to take our little saying, and what we're going to do with that is we're going to, you could cut these, but I just pull them and tear them. We're going to put one in center. Now we're going to use this linen thread by Stampin' Up, and we're just going to use that center as a focal point, sticking our linen thread to it. I want to make sure that you guys can see because you're up there and I'm down here. All right. I mean, it's going to look ugly on the back, but no one's going to see that. Nobody sees our backs, right? All right, let me just trim that. Get that out of the way. And now again, I'm going back to my dimensionals and I think I'm going to cut these. Okay, I'm going to put a piece up on the top and a piece on the bottom. That's going to also hold that linen thread. And peel that off. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick this right to the center. Okay, next step is, not the daisy, that's from another card. We're going to, and there's another daisy. Oh boy. We're going to take our pearls. Now, I already had colored them in, but these are actually an off-white color. And these are our basic pearls by Stampin' Up. And I'm actually using a Sharpie marker, which is not by Stampin' Up. And this is a gold one. And what you can do, let's just imagine that these were the white color. You can take your Sharpie marker, and being thrifty, we can make these pearls any color you want them to be just by using a Sharpie marker, just like that. You want to make sure to give it a little bit of time to dry. And I'm going to use my paper snips, and I'm just going to pull it off of there. And again, I want to be thrifty. I was just checking to make sure that was dry. So I'm not going to put them in every corner, but I'm just going to put them in 2 corners, just like that. And that's our card. That's it. That's done. Look how quick and simple it is. And again, we used 2 different colors of cardstock, and we used the 1 color ink, and we were using our linen thread and just a few dimensionals and a little bit of sponging, and we created a really cute card. Now I'm creating these cards, as you could see, for a upcoming swap that I entered with other demonstrators. So I'm anxious to see other things that they will be creating. using any of the brand new stamp sets when the new catalog comes out. So if you're not a customer of mine and you would like to receive a copy of the new catalog, please be sure to let me know. Send me a message through my demonstrator website or my blog, or leave me a message here, and we'll see to make sure that one gets sent out to you. And I just want to thank you all for joining me here tonight. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And share this with some of your friends that you think would be interested in learning about paper crafting and or saving some money while they can still continue to craft and enjoy all that crafting brings to us. All right, well, I hope you all have a super Stampin' Day, and I'll see you all again real soon. Bye for now.